Hey everyone, and welcome to RUBIN'S Mind Lab, where we break down the latest research into what it really means. Ever wonder if using AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini is actually making us better at stuff, or if it is just making us lazy and dependent? Well, this new study dives deep into that very question. Today we're talking about a fascinating study that looks at something called user agency. Think of agency as your ability to get things done, to have control over your life and your actions. And when it comes to AI, there is a big question. Is AI giving us more agency, helping us achieve what we really want in the long run? Or is it just fulfilling our immediate desires? Maybe even leading to regret later on. The researchers break down this idea of agency into two main parts. First, there is outcome control, which is all about whether AI actually helps us achieve the results we want. Can it help us learn a new skill, complete a task, or make better decisions? The second part is process control. This is about how much control we have over our experience with the AI. Can we guide it, shape its outputs, or feel like we're in the driver's seat? The paper points out that in the past, tech companies sometimes focus more on just getting people to use their products, rather than truly understanding if those products helped people achieve their deeper long-term goals. They might assume that if people are using something a lot, they must be benefiting. But as we've seen with things like social media, that is not always the case, right? Lots of scrolling can lead to regret. So these researchers wanted to see how this applies to AI. They wanted to understand what people really want from AI, not just what they want in the moment. Are people looking for AI to help them get things done, learn, or maybe even manage their emotions? And how does feeling in control of the AI experience affect these benefits? To figure this out, they did two studies. In study one, they surveyed a nationally representative group of Americans who used generative AI. They asked them about their hopes and dreams for AI and where they felt AI was already helping them. What they found was pretty interesting. When people talked about what excited them most about AI, it was mostly about practical stuff. Things like getting information quickly, saving time, automating tasks, and just generally making their brains work less hard. Learning new things and getting help with writing were also really popular. What didn't show up much? People weren't mostly excited about AI for social connections or emotional support. It seems like for now at least, most users see AI as a powerful tool for getting things done, rather than a friend or confidant. And when they asked people about actual times AI helped them reach their goals, it was again focused on instrumental tasks. Things like writing emails or reports, finding and summarizing information, managing tasks, and planning. This means AI is really shining when it comes to helping people with things that are a means to a larger end. As the paper puts it, they also saw some cool differences between age groups. Older adults, for example, were especially excited about AI for accessing information, seeing it as a handy knowledge resource. Young men, on the other hand, were more interested in task automation and how AI could transform society and industries. Then came study two, which focused more on that second part of agency, process control. How much control do users actually feel they have over their AI experiences? And does that feeling of control actually matter? And here is a key finding. Yes, it absolutely matters. People who felt more in control of their AI interactions, meaning they felt they could shape the results, also reported greater gains in their ability to reach their goals. It wasn't just a feeling, this perceived control was linked to tangible benefits. When people described moments where they felt most in control, it was often when they were actively guiding the AI with specific prompts or when they were able to review and edit the AI's output. This means people feel empowered when they're interacting with AI as a collaborator, not just passively receiving information. This tells us that designing AI to allow for this iterative guidance and editing is super important. It's not just about building a smart AI, but building an AI that users can effectively direct and partner with. The study also gathered information on people's biggest concerns about AI. The top worries were about becoming too reliant on AI, losing our own thinking and agency, manipulation, and of course, job loss due to automation. It is pretty telling that reduced thinking and agency was the most cited concern. This ties back to that core idea of agency. People are worried that if AI does too much for us, we might stop developing our own skills and become less capable ourselves. So, what is the big takeaway from all of this? The researchers conclude that to best serve users, AI development should prioritize user agency. This means designing AI to help people achieve their long-term aspirations, particularly in instrumental areas like learning and task completion. And crucially, it means giving users meaningful control over their AI experiences. When people feel like they're in control, they report more benefits. This This active collaborative interaction is key to avoiding the pitfalls of past technologies like social media, where engagement often trumped user well-being. The paper highlights a growing gap between how optimistic many AI developers are and how concerned the general public feels. They suggest that by focusing on user agency, tech companies can start to close this trust gap. When AI is designed to empower users, to give them control, and to align with their long-term goals, it can build trust and lead to more positive outcomes. Now, like all research, this study has some limitations. It is based on self-reported data, which means people might not always accurately recall or report their experiences. Also, it only looked at American AI users, so different cultures might have different views. And of course, AI is changing so fast, these perceptions could shift quickly. The authors suggest future research should look at these things over time and across different cultures. But even with those limitations, the message is clear. Designing AI with user agency at its core, meaning focusing on clear outcomes and providing real control over the experience, is vital. It is an opportunity to build AI that truly enhances human capabilities without leading to the regret and loss of autonomy that we've sometimes seen with other technologies. This research offers a fantastic framework for thinking about how we interact with AI. It's a reminder that the goal shouldn't just be to create powerful AI, but to create AI that empowers us. What do you think about this research? Do you feel in control of your AI interactions? Let us know in the comments below, and if you found this breakdown useful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to RUBIN'S Mind Lab for more science explained simply, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.